Okay.
And if I ask you something, touch on something, and you don't really want to talk about it, you can say, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
We'll edit it out.
Edited. Okay. I see.
But I don't think that'll happen.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to ask anything embarrassing.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, we're looking for a good story.
Okay. And then if you see I'm not answering right away, or I mean not answering as expected, just tell me to do it again, or help me to
So
say it.
what I hope is that it's not just a series of questions and answers,
Yeah.
but that it's more like a conversation.
Conversation, right?
And,
Yeah.
our whole interest is in getting to the heart of your personal story. So
Right,
I'm
okay.
going to ask you about joining the Marine Corps almost as soon as you got here, which is really will surprise lots of
Right.
people. It's unexpected, and
Right.
whatever you want to say about that, and
Okay.
maybe whatever you want to say about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna also really want to ask you a lot about your work in organizing festivals and why that's important
Good.
to
Yeah.
you.
Right.
I'll ask you about your work,
Mhm.
your life, your childhood, and your life in Bangladesh before you came, and just it's a mini biography, but it's
Good.
getting underneath the surface a little bit.
Right. I see now.
And we're not expecting you. Nobody represents anybody else. I mean, it's flawed to say we're going to talk to a representative of the Bangladeshi community because it's a diverse community, right?
Right.
But this is your story
Mhm.
as a man from Bangladesh who has come here, and your perspective on immigration and being here and becoming an American and all those things.
Okay. I see.
You okay with all that?
Yeah. Sure. I got it. I think I did it on 2 interview in back home when I went to 2014. One was 45 minutes long, another one is like 21 minutes long. So I did same way. That was actually live show in national TV. So whole country is seen then, and then telling the same story what I did.
I can't promise you that the whole country will see this,
That's okay.
but I do think that lots of people will see it. And
Yeah.
our interest is in showing how diverse
Right.
the experience of immigrating or seeking refuge here is.
Right.
And when people come from all over the world and to many parts of the world, and to put a human face on it.
Awesome.
Fairly simple goal. Is your phone turned off?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's a vibrate. If my wife call and
Could we put it on total silent or just like lights only or something like that?
yeah, I don't know how to do that lights.
I don't know.
You don't know? I don't know how to say in the mode. I know in the vibrate.
Okay, we'll keep it on vibrate just for emergencies.
Yeah, if anything.
That works.
Okay.
All right. And
We usually start out by asking you to just give us your name and tell us where you're from and where are we sitting today.
Okay.
Can you look at me?
Okay. You are right. Okay.
That's not there.
Right. Okay. Hello. My name is Prio Karmarker. I'm from originally Bangladesh, the small town called Feni, and we are sitting here right now in Woodbridge, Virginia, and that's my residence with my family. I have 2 kids and my wife.
Could we start out by having you tell us a little bit about your growing up, your childhood, and your life in Bangladesh before you decided to come?
Sure. I was growing a small town. My childhood was really serious about the education. So I think the most of the people in Bangladesh, they want to raise their children, have to have good education. And that time was no digitalized, no social, Facebook, all those things. And students go to the school and do the homework, come home and do very serious about the homework, study for few hours until they go sleep. So that's how I grew up. I really didn't have a lot of things to do in the kids, just but the education.
Was it a rural town? Was there lots of open, maybe farmland around, or what kind of place was it?
in that case, yeah, just describe it. Kind of. Yeah. Tell us. Take us to your home.
Okay. Yes, it was a small village. It's not really farm a village. It's a mix of town and then urban and then rural. So the school was little far. I used to go by walk about 3 to 4 miles. I was going walking with other kids every day and then come back from the school. We have a playground. We play with the whole, like in the afternoon, we enjoy we'd go to the field and everybody was playing either soccer, cricket or volleyball, thing like that. And parents was not worrying where we are in afternoon or evening time because village, everybody knows everybody. If anybody's kids going somebody's home and then they know that, oh, your kids in our home. So everybody taking care of everybody, everybody knows everybody faces, everybody knows everybody's kids, what are you doing and what is doing. So this kind of village I was grown up and then going to school, everybody, all teachers knows, my parents knows, all teachers, all neighbors. It's a very cultural and very very connection with each other. That's how we grow up. I have a sister and 3 sisters and a brothers. All are growing together with a good education and then good childhood memory.
So what about work? What did your father or your parents do for a living?
That time, you meaning? My parents, my father has, it's called a hardware shop. So he was also doing a lot of hardware. It's called Iron Smith, as you name. So he has those kind of shop, and then that's how he's surviving, and then our family is helping.
Bangladesh has an interesting political history. Would you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. When it is 1971, Bangladesh was independence from Pakistan, and the movement started from 1952. It's called language movement. In the Dhaka University, what is the university is called Oxford of South Asia, because the university is very good. So that time, the bunch of students, they protested because the Pakistan was ruling the country, and then they say your language also has to be in Urdu. But Bangladesh speak Bangla. All student, college, office, and everything they speak in Bangla. But the Urdu is not their mother language or mother tongue. So therefore they protest. They say no, we want to keep our language. We want to rule everything in country in Bangla. So that day. The Pakistan military, and then they killed lots of students that day. And from that day, rather getting weakened, and then countries, student, and then people, leader, everybody actually got the more strong to moving toward to the independent. And that movement started from 1952, finally lots of struggle, and 1971 we got the liberation from Pakistan and we got the independent. Now this from East Pakistan to name is Bangladesh. And then we got our own flag, own country, own government. And there is a lots of history of all those things. I mean, it cannot tell in few minutes, you know. And after that, the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who was actually the leading that country for liberation, and then there is a lot of history, and then he became a prime minister. After that, 1975, he killed by military people, betrayed. So and then so go on, move on. There is a 2 party after that. It's called Awami League. One party who is after Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who did the independence, and after that another party called BNP, Bangladesh National Party. So he became a president. Then after that he killed also by someone else. After that, there is some temporary government came, and then after that another party came, also military general. He became a president, and then finally, 1991, they got a democratic party. And then the BNP, who is the leader and then president, his wife became a prime minister. After that, the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman daughter, which is called Sheikh Hasina, she became a prime minister after like a 21 years, all those fighting. So after that now, and then become after that the BNP General Jia's wife, Major Jia's wife, Khaleda Jia, she's a prime minister for 3 times. And then now again, right now running again, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman daughter, Sheikh Hasina, she's a current president, I mean prime minister. So that's country, mainly the two major party in Awami League and BNP. So they two are one go party, another one go power, another one is like an agonist party.
So from 1952 to 1971, there was lots of unrest
Right.
and political instability, which continued for a little while after that.
Right.
But the life you described in your hometown sounds very simple and almost idyllic.
It is.
So what made you want to leave?
Well, my decision is kind of mystery because I didn't hope for coming here. I didn't know lots about. I know America is the best country, but I never dreamed that I'm going to come here one day. I was going in school doing my thing. One day maybe I become a scientist, doctor, and all those students going in this our country. All parents want to their kids going either doctor or engineer. That's the two they hope. And then, so I'm not different than that. I was hoping those kind of, but all of a sudden, I happened to apply. It's called diversity visa program. So I just apply for fun. I didn't even hope for. I say okay, whatever. So luckily, I picked for one of these drawing. I got it's a so-called lottery visa. So I got a lottery visa, and then I went to all process, embassy, and everything, and I got selected to come here. And then that's how I started to moving here.
And so how old were you then?
I was 19 years old.
So you hadn't begun university yet, or you had?
I haven't. You were right. I did college. It's called after high school. We have a 2 years college, and then you go for university for even doctor engineering or the full honors BS or AA. I mean, BS or BA or BSc, those kind of program. So I was just searching that time, either trying to go giving examination for entry examination for either medical or engineering or those honors courses. But same time I got this program, I was picked, and then I dropped everything, and then I said, let's go. So
you came out of a culture that values education. You yourself wanted more education.
exactly.
So when you come here, then what do you do about that? How do you seek education here?
That's a good question. That's struggling start the moment I landed here in New York. I still remember. So when I landed in New York, when I was going to through the immigration, because I was 19 years old, maybe I was looking younger than that. The immigration officer looked at me and he said that, where is your parents? Because he was thinking I'm a children. So, and then I was a little nervous. I said, well, I am alone. And they said, you cannot be alone. So he looked my passport and paperwork. He said, oh, I see you are 19 years old. Okay. So he gave me a pass. So what I'm saying that when I came here, first time I feel I am alone, because I was growing with the care, love, and everything, surrounding people. I know everybody knows me. I never thought about cooking myself. I never thought about leaving myself. I was excited coming in America, but I never thought that how I'm gonna survive here. So the good thing is from our country, they help each other. So I just got a phone call. One of my friend, he called somebody called somebody. That's how I connected in New York. Somebody came in actually airport and picked me up. But on the first day he advised, you are your own from here. So that's how I started my own, and then New York I only stay 1 day. Then I went to actually Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, because some of my friend, and then say that I have a friend in Michigan. Maybe that would be good for job, good for living, cost is less, and you will get help. So I went to Michigan by bus, and then went there and knocked somebody's door, which I never know. I never talked to him. I don't know where I'm going. But surprising, they open the door and say, "Oh, you are a Priolal. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, if my friend told me about you. Okay, come on in." That's how my heart got bigger. So, oh my God. So that's mean I found somebody. I feel like that's my relatives or somebody. They care me lots. They taught me lots. And then I stayed there for 1 or 2, and then after that I went to found the people, and then I moved. That's how first I started life. But in education, back to the education, I have in my mind I have to be educated, because I was coming in really children, as I say. So I want to grow up with education. But to study education, then I have to learn a lot of things here, my own, on my own. Then I studied in the Michigan, going in the community college. But same time I started work in factory job. Michigan is lots of factory worker, and that's the only job I have there. So and then I made a lots of friends, and they're helping. So I started work in factory, and then same time I started going in community college, Wine County Community College in Detroit. That's my start, but however there is a lots of struggle after that. Then I saw one day sign for Marine Corps in the military, and then I called one recruiter. There's a lots of story what happened, but short way I can say that I end up with the Marine Corps, and then I signed up. Then I went to boot camp and doing all those training and everything, and then came back, and then I loved it. I loved it. First of all, I didn't know about what is the Marine Corps, what it does. The story behind is when I sound like I don't want to be any military guy, first of all. However, Marine Corps made little different my thinking, because the Marine itself in Bangladesh as an institution is the best 100 top best student they pick every year, and then they give the training for become a marine engineer after 3 years, and it's very tough job, and everybody is challenging to get this one. Once you got, you think your family think you said life is set. So my thought is that the marine engineering I'm going, and the marine recruiter also somehow, because I just came here after like a 9 month, 8 months, I was not speaking very good, and I was not understanding, struggling and everything. So somehow he picked that, yeah, I can play around with this boy. And then I was asking, the first question was to recruiter, I was asking, so what is going to be my education? You're going to support everything? Oh yeah, you will get all those education you needed, we'll provide everything. So I was saying, yeah, that's good. So I don't have to work, and then I'm going to go full-time engineering and all those things. So I signed up. And then he said, you're going boot camp, doing little exercise in the morning, and then you're going school or whatever you want to, you will be a great man. So I went to boot camp, and then all those started from airport, commanding, all those struggling, stress, and they started. I say, what they are doing to me? I didn't sign up for this. So they're throwing the files, and then yelling me, and then looking all other kids, and first thing they took the hair off, and then made me scary. And next morning they give me, it's called the pack, the gear, they give me the rifle. When I was signing up for rifle, I think that time with the Bosnia thing going on, so they are talking about the Bosnia, the country is doing the hardship, we're going to go there and doing this thing. I say, oh my God, so that's mean I'm going to carry this gun, and then I'm going there. So I was afraid and then shaking that time. However, in same time I was trying to strong myself. I said that no, I cannot go back from here now, because I already told my parents And then my friends, everybody know I came here for good reason. If I go back, that will be my failure. I want to see what is the end. That's my strong mind. I say, I want to see what is the end, where they're going to take me. And then first few days was really hard for me. I'm not understanding what's going on. And then recruiter also, I think after 3 days, he find out that we found a weak guy, and then he was start playing with me. But in same time, they are helping actually. I didn't know that they are helping. I started hate. I said, what they're doing with me. But later I understood that they are actually helping me to get into it. And then after 3 months, I really did very good. And the recruiter told me after, because they don't talk personally in the Marine Corps boot camp. They don't make personal relationship. They don't talk good way. They were just making you strong and stress and everything. So after that, the graduation time, he come and shake me. He say, you did very good. We are a little worried about that. You are a good man. You did it. And then, so at that point, I understand. So all those 3 months, they are really helping. I didn't know that. I thought they are torturing me. Anyway, so I was so happy. I graduated and came back home, went back to Michigan. My training went to South Carolina and North Carolina. And then when I went back, my recruiter came to with his body and came to my home. He said, hey, you look at the uniform. You look so good. Then I said, what you did it to me? You didn't even tell me what's going on. You did lied with me. And then he was start laughing. He said that, hey, you're a Marine now. Look at here. Then I started laughing. And then he was start laughing, give me a hug. I guess I forget everything, and I feel so good, either mistake or whatever. My strong mindness, my aim was good, so I want to do that. And then of course, going all those training and everything, I learned more and more about the Marine Corps. What is Marine Corps? And then I said, oh my God, I came in a great place. I really came in a great place, and I want to be one of them. And I started, and luckily I selected in the first duty station in Navy Yard, Washington Navy Yard. Believe me or not, everywhere I went to, all those training, all those military training, combat training, education and everything, I got more respect than everybody else. I don't know why. Maybe I'm from immigrant from some country, lots of black and white, and then one is what is called. I mean, the Asian maybe say that. That's how some of the people think in the military. If we join from other country, we get actually neglect or we get disrespect. But that's totally wrong. Totally wrong. I got more respect than anybody else. That's all I can say that, and that's make me more proud. That's make me more strong, and then that make me like a manly and then good soldier. I want to do something for this country, and then I feel it more. I really work hard, and then always whatever I went to duty station or any assignment project, I work from my heart. I loved it. Then I started, first day I went to my officer, my commanding officer, the interview, and asking, what do you want to do? How we can help you? What you can help me? First thing I said that when I'm going to go college. So he said, no problem. We're going to help you out. So I was going daytime, and then we set up everything. He helped me really. So I was going daytime duty, and I started my University of Maryland College. University College. In the evening time, I was going there, and later I transferred to George Washington University. So I finished. I did my 4 years, and then same before end, I finished my bachelor. So that was a really exemplar, because the Navy Yard, Washington Navy Yard, and Marine Barracks 810I, it's a very top job there. All year long has a ceremony, all year long, lots of things going on. So by doing all those regular duty and going school, it's very hard. And then the education officer and everybody, they appreciated, they helped me. They actually sent out an announcement on my graduation day that this is the example, came from so long, far away and joined in the military, and doing his duties in a good faith. I was not in trouble. I see lots of trouble in the military, lots of people, but I was not in any trouble, did everything good. And then same time I finished the bachelor. They actually, on my last day, they call all the base, all members and everybody. So they asked me to give a little speech, how you did it, what you did in this corps. So I would just did some motivational speech to whole base members. So I feel so proud. And then here I am today. After that, I finished my master's in George Washington University in computer science, and then I'm working on my PhD now.
In computer science?
No, the PhD in my management and leadership in concentrate of technology.
The path that you just described was one where there's good fortune, you were lucky, you enjoyed it, you appreciated it. There must have been some big challenges too. What were some of the hardest things from that 19-year-old young man who came here and didn't know much English and was just getting started until a slightly older man with a master's degree ready to launch into life? What were some of the hardest things about that?
The hardest thing is losing track. The people I was going with, especially in the military, daytime working very hard because our day started dark in 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning, going physical exercise, and then come to the do regular job, whoever assignment. So I was, like you said, I was lucky and good person, there's no doubt, because everywhere I was going, maybe the way I got all those assignments, I completed, I was doing good, because if I wouldn't do good, I would be in trouble. Then I couldn't come that far today. So the main thing was my focus. I didn't lose my track. I saw as soon Friday start, all those my body is going club, bar, and hanging around with the girlfriend or friend and everybody. And as a man, I went a few times, But I saw that how the trouble they're getting. But I was away from that. I control myself not to do this thing. I chose to doing this thing today, or I want to be better man, success man in future. So that's how I always focus on my education and my future, and then doing the regular assignment thing. That was real challenging for focusing both in same time. And plus, I didn't have anybody here. Nobody, my brothers, sisters, relatives, nobody. I am going, I was just making a friend. There is a good friend, bad friend. I saw lots of people pulling me to doing something, and then I decided myself, should I go there, or what should I choose? It's my choice, what I want to do. So that's also, as an immigrant coming from the country, I have a big responsibility. I was a elder son, and as a back home, if you have an elder son, you have a responsibility to help your parents, your sister, brother, everybody. So I came from middle class. Financially, we are not so good. So their expectation is, I'm in America making good money, so I need to help them. And then, of course, I have to help them. So that's also another challenging. With this money, whatever I'm making from US Marine Corps, I have to survive myself, my education, and then helping my parents back home I left behind. My 3 sisters, my brothers, my parents, and lots of relatives. So every day I get a phone call almost, if somebody is getting a wedding, somebody died, somebody in a hospital, somebody in the trouble, need education, college fee and everything. So I was sending them, helping them there, and then doing myself, and doing my education, doing my assignment. That was my big challenge.
You, if I'm right, you grew up a Hindu.
Yes.
Did you continue to practice when you got here? Was that important? Was it hard to maintain religious practice here?
I was grow up with Hindu religious or ritual ceremony, everything. I loved it. I loved it that way we grow up every day. But once I come here, I really didn't have a chance to do all those things. However, I go here and there, some temple, like they have a well-known international called ISKCON. So I go those temples sometime, and then sometime I meet a friend and then go their festival type thing, and then we call puja is a big puja called Durga Puja. I used to go those places, but the regular practice every day we pray, like before you sleep you pray. And one thing I always do, I still do, before I sleep I do little pray my way, not following the actual ceremonial thing or doing the prayer at home, but I was doing myself, calling my God, please help me to be strong, help me to help other, to help my family, and then to grow here, and then help me to help this country where I came from. I'm so grateful here I'm getting, and then make me the man where I can be strong myself, also make me strong so I can help other, help this country, something I can do meaningful. I always do, every night before I sleep.
When people come here, then it's inevitable. I mean, they leave behind food and familiar dress and the ways that people are with each other. Did you miss that?
Of course, that's my one big thing, the cultural thing, the dress, the food. I can tell when I was signed up for Marine Corps, I didn't think about the food. When I went to mess hall, all those food and everything, I really didn't like it. And then one thing was very hard for me, especially as a Hindu, I don't eat pork or beef. So in a mess hall, out of 7 days, they have almost 6 days or 5 days with the beef, pork, and all those items. And then I was looking for chicken because I eat only chicken and vegetable. So that was hard for me, but finally my recruiter understand, and very after 3 months, almost 1 week before, they understand my food and everything. They try to help me that one. But once I came into Marine Barracks, Washington D.C. That was little bit freedom time. After duty, you can go around. So I was looking for anybody from Bangladesh. I was really looking for, because mainly for the food, I'm missing those food. I cannot cook in the barracks, So I found one restaurant, I remember, in near the Marine Barracks, 8th and I. I found one South Indian restaurant, and that day I really enjoyed it. I ate like a crazy. We call chicken biryani, the very famous food. So I loved it. I loved it. And after that, I found lots of friends, and I started make a friendship, and then go their home. And then some of the people really nice. I made friendship, and then they offer me good food. And then slowly I made a more friend here. And then when I got out from Marine Corps, then I really got into it. Lots of people I introduced, and then lots of people I made a friendship. So I got more. I was missing, but same time I was into it. Little community, and then that community today is big community here, right here, with our.
So how did that happen? How did that little community become a big community?
Well, I guess when I came in Washington D.C. in Virginia, especially, and then I was trying to go some groceries. That's how you connect with the people, and then I think community was here already, but I was not there because I was a military side. I was spending my time in Marine barracks. So I got only few friends. Once I got out from military, and I got more people, and then more people also coming every day. People coming from Bangladesh or other state, especially from the New York. Lots of people coming in Virginia from New York, either for job or for better home or education. People moving here. So I connected friends to friends to friends, friends to friends. And then one thing you mentioned, the culture. Because I am a cultural minded, so I love Bangladeshi music, Bangladeshi festival, and then that's in my mind, that's in my head. So I also start contributing those things, and then people like me to do this thing. And then later, I engage the organization called Bangla School, where every Saturday they teach Bangla and then Bangla dance, Bangla music, Bangla language in Arlington. So I met with those people, and my interest and everything, they liked it, and then I started doing something there. Finally, I became a president for that organization in 2011. So I lead the organization, and then I did lots of festival and show there, and then I help I help teacher to become a good teacher for music, for language, all those things. I did it there, and after that, I form a organization with few of good friends who have the same mentality, doing same thing, helping society. Not only doing festival, helping society, helping this community, helping America, doing the diversity thing, and making a bridge with other ethnic community diversity. And then we formed the organization called Prio Bangla. That's started back in 2012. First thing we did the festival called Prio Bangla Street Festival in Arlington. The Arlington County supported us very good. And then since 2012, last year, 2017, September 23rd, I think, we did our 6th annual street festival, also called Arlington Prio Bangla Multicultural Street Festival. That's how I join with lots of people, our community and other countries, cultural leaders, cultural community. We try to bring everybody together, not only showing our culture, also we want to see their culture, how grateful America, how they give us an opportunity living here, showing our culture and accepting everything we can doing here together. We loved it. We want to teach our children not only you carry your culture where your parents come from, but try to understand and learn and respect other diversity culture.
Why is that important to do?
It is important because the country, the land we are living here, I came from Bangladesh. Imagine that if anyone from here, America living in Bangladesh, how struggle for them to live there, to understand our culture. So I learn here, and I have a feelings for both sides, here and over there. So I want to teach my children, our children, community, that you are not getting this struggle because you born here, but we understand because we came from both sides. So I want to give them a feelings living in this beautiful country where you get opportunity to living together, and then you getting respect, so you have to give same respect to other. So you are living in the country, multicultural diversity program around everywhere, and country is helping for that. I think it's not every country do this thing. America is beautiful, and a few other country, Canada and other country also does same way. But I think in America, living in America, I can tell that what they are offering to us, what we are getting. So I want to teach them the respect we are getting, your parents got, and you give same respect to generation to generation.
Do you worry that your children or your grandchildren will lose that sense of being both?
Yes, I'm very worried about that. In fact, I was talking to my wife other day, and then we have one guest came last night from New York, and we are exchanging this thing. Because what I have, especially for the language, because the way I speak my language, I feel, or I think most of the Bangladeshi or any other country, their own language, they think that whatever they want to express, they can express good way and everything and anything with their native language, right? It doesn't matter how expert you are in other language, but in the same time you feel like that one you can tell everything. You feel good delivering with your own language. But the kids growing here, especially our kids and our community kids, we cannot teach them everything. We cannot teach whole Bangla language, everything. We are trying our best to learn. So they mixing up. They're learning something here, something there. So imagine that their children, what's going to happen? They look, well, if our children look 50% and their children will lose another 50%, so become a 25%. And move and move, move and move. One day they will not even understand what is Bangla, you know. And 3 or 4 generation, they could not maybe speak for whole sentence. That's little bothering me, little bit worried, little bit, but in the same time, reality of life. We came here, we accepted. You know, I want to have them a good man. I want to have them with a strong mind like me, like my parents helped me. So I want to good man, good education. But same time, I do my best, or my family, my wife, we do our best to teach them to carry on our culture, our language. Same time, they're doing whatever they need to do here.
We're thinking,
I have a quick question. Is there any sort of phrase in Bangla? Is there some sort of something that you say to yourself that only translates in Bangla, or something that you like a sentence or a sentiment that you hold dear that you can share with us? We could put in the video something like, if some sort of colloquialism or something like that.
You mean saying something in Bangla? Really, Bangla? So saying a sentence to all Bengali community?
More like, is there anything that I'd like to hear you speak some Bangla, but
Okay.
if there was some phrase that meant something that you say to yourself, or that you remember, or that you have some connection to.
that you heard a lot when you were growing up.
Yeah.
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of if we want to circle back to it, we can.
I understand, yeah.
The other question I had is, when you came with you, did you bring a lot, or what did you bring over from your home country that you brought here?
I really didn't bring anything. I was excited when I got the visa and everything. I remember I got a little luggage, but the luggage was like a loose in the inside. I have only few pairs of my shirts and then little thing. So I really didn't bring anything with me. I was excited to come here, and I was 19 years old, throw everything, start all over again. So
I want to go back to in this work that we're doing right now. We're thinking about a wave of immigration that began with the end of the Vietnam War in the mid-1970s. And so people in the past 45 years have come here to the United States from all over the world in a way that we never did before. There were earlier generations of immigrants came mostly from Western Europe and Central Europe. But we thought in those days, a long time ago, about the melting pot. You've heard this phrase?
Right.
The American melting pot.
Right.
That people come here and they lose or leave behind where they came from, and they become Americans. What I'm seeing as I talk to more and more people who have come here since the 1970s is that's not what they want. I mean, it's what you're saying. I want my children, I want my grandchildren to know Vietnamese, to eat Vietnamese food, to be fully American, and be Bangla.
Right.
So I guess the question for people is how to do that, how to be both.
Right.
Do you feel like that's something that you're managing to do? Be both?
Of course, that's my vision. That's why I started working all those volunteer work. The helping Bangla school, I say that I was the president for that organization. It's a lots of work. The people work there. Still, the Bangla school is running the management every year. So, and then we have a lots of organization here, like a called Bangladesh Association, Cultural Society, and all those things. Everybody is their mission is to promote Bangla culture, promote Bangladeshi dress, promote Bangladeshi food. So our children, we try to take there. Once they go there, they learn more and more. They get more affection, and then we want to give them a sense, we want to give them that color in their eyes, their head, their brain, so they can understand and they can pride for it. So the way we can do that, only way we can do that, forming up those kind of organization, non-profit organization, association, do some volunteer work, setting up those festival, cultural show, Bangla drama, if you say so, and then also some of the thing they helping now, like the international channel. Somebody has almost now everybody has a cable, and then internet TV. There's so many TV channel, and we try to show them those things. Our kids is sometimes interested, sometime not. We understand that, but that's why we have to take it the physically festival. They can see the festival, what kind of color. Like last time in our Prio Bangla festival, we brought a rickshaw. A rickshaw means tricycle. So that's in Bangladesh everywhere. So they see that, and then they can imagine. And I took my kids 2014 to back home, and then show them around all those traditional heritage and then our culture. So we have to actually take them sometime, physically touch to hand and then mind. That's how they can carry. And we have to continue. We have to try. It is a challenging, but we want to learn and teach both. Whatever, however they can carry. We don't know how long they can carry, how much they can have in their mind, but we have to try. That's why we do. And then diversity is a good thing. It's a good thing. In the work, if I go in a work, if I go in a college, school, the diversity is help you to take a leadership, to managing your project assignment, because you know how you have to talk, how you have to react. If you don't have that diversity thing in your mind, you will be in trouble, you will be struggle, because you don't know how to talk, because you have to work with different people with different mentality, different style. So that's help you not only in education, in the real field, real work, in your life, in family, in your job, even if you want to be a political leader.
But unfortunately, not everybody values diversity. And so I have to ask, have you or your children or your wife ever experienced any kind of negative reaction from somebody who holds a kind of anti-immigrant feeling in themselves? Is that ever a problem for you?
I personally did not have any problem, because I think I have a military background, and like I said earlier, everywhere I went to with my uniform, and then I pride myself every places I went to, so I have a strong mind and everything. The view, the look at me, everything, I got the good respect. But I heard a lot of people, they got a different view, different look. In fact, I went to one of the festival last time. It's called Bridge Festival in West Virginia sometime last summer. There, I saw that their look. They look at my family and me. They want to say something, but good, they didn't say anything. And then I didn't afraid, of course, because I know what I am. I know who I am. And then sometimes people get in trouble easily because they react. Once you see something somebody saying, and then you react to it, and then started thing. But I just ignore it. I just ignore it. I say, okay, maybe they don't have that knowledge that much who I am, what you do.
How big is the community, the Bangladeshi community
It's,
here in the Washington area?
it's pretty large. Washington area, this means DC, Maryland, DC, Virginia area. So if we do any show and anything, all tri-state people come. We have around 70,000 people in Virginia, Maryland, and DC.
Is it still growing?
It's growing every day because their family coming every day. All those immigrant process, they apply for brother, sister, and then minor children they left behind. So they are every day coming. Every day, few family coming here.
We're generally trying to avoid getting into policy, because that's not our role. But are you concerned that shifting policies about bringing family members will cause problems?
It is. That way is set for hundreds years from now. I mean, if did not set the mentality, the system was different. So now, since it started already, it's rolling. So you come like I came, and then my wife came, then my parents came, my brother came. It is good to have everybody together, but I understand in other side, country may be thinking different way. In other country, people coming here, they're making different view of different politics and different color thinking. But as a family word, I mean, if I say to you that you went somewhere, you spending your life there without your family, I mean, is how you think about that. But if I come here for visiting here or coming for temporary work or education, that's my okay, because I came here for education and then I'm going back. You don't want to give me a permission for bringing my parents, my family. But once I come here, I mean, you have to think it, I'm contributing here. That's my pride, that I'm not sitting here and then getting benefit and then taking benefit. No, I am an American. I am leading my life here for contributing my knowledge, my skills, and everything to my case in the military, but in other people work, they're making business here, they're creating employment here. So if I am contributing here, skill, my knowledge, my life, and I should have a family here. So that's my view.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great sentiment.
Yeah, that's.
I hit the nail on the head.
So I wonder, well, let me just back up a second and say that what I'm understanding is that when people from Bangladesh come here, they're not coming here as refugees. They're
Right.
coming here for opportunity. It's
Opportunity.
not that they're fleeing terrible hardship.
Right.
Like from some places. That's fair?
It's fair,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And there are lots of people I know in Bangladeshi, they are doing really, really good. They are almost every sector in America. If you see in a hospital, there are doctor. If you go engineering firm, there is an engineer. If you go government sector, I know lots of in the government sector, GS 14, 15, myself, like doing lots of good thing in they're taking leadership, and then lots of they own businesses. That's the main thing. Business, they're creating employment here. They're helping themselves and the country and the people.
Did you have something else, Pat? Because I was just going to wind it up and.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, every question that I had, you asked exactly the next thing, so we're on the same
Well,
page.
so
Okay.
what I wonder is, you've probably been thinking a little bit about this conversation and this
Sure.
interview. You know a little bit about what we're trying to accomplish. Is there anything that you would like to say from the perspective of someone who has come here and made a good life? All the things we've talked about, anything that you would like me and Pat and the people who see this story to know that we haven't already talked about?
Let me think a little bit.
And,
So,
maybe it has something to do, people talk a lot about freedom,
mhm,
they talk a lot about opportunity,
mhm.
which you already have. And maybe we've done it, but I want to give you an opportunity to say anything that
Okay, sure.
comes
I
to
see.
your mind.
Sure, sure. S- the opportunity I got here once I move here, and then I'm leading my life that way. I got lucky, and it's not everything lucky because I have to work hard to earn it. I want to say to everybody, all diversity community, all immigrant people come here, and also those seeing and then struggling here. This is the land we call opportunity, and the sky is the limit. Can do anything and everything if you do right direction. This is the country where you can get all and everything you can be if you want to. So use as resources, good resources and good way. And I'm telling you, you could do success very good than some of the people living here for 1,000 years because they are not utilizing. Person like me, I was focusing and I know what can be. I know what can I get it if I do it, and then if you do same way, I'm sure you, your family, plus you can leading this country, you can contribute your everything, and then you can fight for it. It's not free. We say free, but it's not. Nothing is free. You give, and then you get. And then of course, if you have a strong mind, of course you have a good aim for your children, for your family, for society. You will get a respect because what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The last bit, I'll told you I'd circle back to it. If there's
Right,
something in
okay.
Bangla that you want
Okay.
to say,
Okay.
if there's not, that's fine. But if it'd be interesting to hear and to get on tape.
Okay, let's see. Give me a few minutes.
Yeah.
I have to think. So it's like any phrase in Bangla, they always say, or each one very known to everyone. That's what you mean.
Or known to everyone, or something that specifically resonates with you. Like I know, like my grandfather, my grandparents had phrases like this. Like my grandpa was raised in the mountains, and one of the phrases he said, someone said, "Oh, so and so is mad." His response was, "Well, they're gonna have to get glad." It was just like that's such a weird turn of phrase, but it reminds me of home. Where my grandmother said, if you shit in one hand and if you wish in one hand and shit in the other, which would fill up first? It's like one of those weird phrases.
Right. Okay.
But if there's something that
Okay. Yeah, there are lots. I'm just not coming in my mind now. It's like a lot.
Is there a like a national phrase like in the United States we say "land of the free, home of the brave"?
Right.
Is there something like that?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll ask your kids.
yeah, it's all good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No pressure. So
Okay.
if one's not coming to mind,
Yeah, I'll come in mind. I'm
we'll
thinking.
not force the issue. But, yeah. Wonderful. All right. I think it's great.
I think this is fantastic.